you go.
So, question for you guys is, what's been the favorite comment or favorite email that you've received from when we've been doing the podcast so far? Or do you have a favorite thing that's happened?
I think favorite email would be Tim Pluckovich's.
Yeah, I was just going to say that since we did the Prohibition one, he did a whole bunch of stuff on his grandpa, Steve Pluckovich, who had the Alcazar. And so he's been sending pictures lately. And
that's cool.
Yeah, of different things. And
you definitely, the Prohibition one has definitely captured a lot of everybody's interest.
I was going to look for one, but sorry.
That's our, no. We're just talking. I mean, Prohibition seems to capture everybody's interest. Is there anything that we haven't told people yet, or are we saving that for another part, you think?
Oh, I think we have to do another part or two episodes.
Or two.
4.5. Well, I'll help. I just think there's just a plethora of information, and I think people love it. And
I didn't get a chance to talk about all the bootlegging that was going on in houses.
And I know there's more I could have shared about the brick. I'm like where it's at right now. Yeah. So,
Well, one of the cool things with Prohibition was we talked about the liquor and how Kewanee went dry early.
Yeah.
But we didn't, the problem that we ran into is we kind of talked about it afterwards is there's bars that were outside of the city limits, but there's no real records of them.
She and I did drive by what used to be Pyle Brothers. It's a house now, and that's north of Kewanee. But you're right.
But I don't think that was after.
Oh,
that
gotcha.
was way after Prohibition.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm sure there was little
places. But I mean, that's the kind of stuff that I don't know if we're going to be able to find.
Yeah, I don't know.
But if you wanted to drink somewhere in after 1914, my guess is
you went to Rock Island.
Well, you could. Yeah.
Well, I'm just trying to think. I mean, you want to be hidden. They're probably. Yeah.
I think a lot of it was done in your house.
Oh, in your bathtub.
Oh, yeah, because, we're all also thinking back then, a car was a luxury, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was still not a very commonplace thing, because during that time, that was when the interurban was still going, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So, travel to Rock Island wasn't easy.
No.
So
I think it would be cool to be able to find a house that still has, like, a hidden room. I think that would be neat.
That'd be cool.
Or just to imagine, because a friend of mine, they talked about, their parents owned Midway Tavern.
Yeah.
And there was a house next door on Walnut Street next to their house, and there was a bathtub, and I don't know, she knows they were making hooch in the basement, so back in the day, and I think that's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was one of the stories my grandmother told me, but this is not Prohibition related. So this was out south of town at the farm, and my grandfather had dairy cattle, and so they had a milk cooler. And the volunteer fire department, which my grandfather was part of, they would bottle beer out there, and that's where they store the beer.
Oh.
Is in the dairy cooler. So
Gotcha.
that was one of the cool things, but evidently some of the bottling didn't take one time, and so the tops started popping off of it. So they got on the phone, and a bunch of volunteer firefighters came over here, and evidently
had a little part.
Don't let it go waste. Yeah, we don't want it to go waste. So,
wow,
so
that's great.
That's so cool.
So that's a story that I was told when I was growing up. So
wow.
But anyway, no, I think there's some more legs on Prohibition. It sounds like.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, I think that we can get some more.
And did we talk about the bar bombings?
No, there's that.
There were a couple bars that were bombed in 1934. It was after Prohibition.
Yeah, it was right after Prohibition.
Yeah.
But
really?
Yeah.
So you didn't, if they got bombed, you didn't get bombed there.
Probably both. Well,
No, it was. I know the one on Lake Street was Shirley, one of our board members. It's her great aunt's bar. And the family had gone to bed for the night, and so somebody had thrown in like a Molotov cocktail, something like on that line, because they wouldn't serve the alcohol at the price that the control people wanted it to be, and bar in the 900 block of North Chestnut. So they bombed them to scare them, to get them to change their prices and the amount that they were serving. So,
that's cool.
So,
and a lot of the bars were attached to the proprietors' houses. Like it was the front room or
Yeah,
a
definitely.
building next door that was attached
Yeah.
off your kitchen, you know.
Yep.
And,
Wow.
So that would be scary.
yeah.
Well, it's scary. It's a different time, though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Totally. Yeah.
I mean, that's just. I mean, didn't they, correct me if I'm wrong, but funerals, which is something I know we want to kind of try to touch on eventually as a topic we've identified, but weren't funerals held in certain people's parlors?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
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 Which totally freaks me out because I'm like, okay, if my grandfather, my dad is laying dead in my living room for a little while, then all of a sudden we cart him out, we bury him, then I'm back there watching TV. Well, they didn't have TV probably back then, but still, it kind of freaks you out a little bit.
Covered mirrors, covered pictures. How many hours did they lay in wake?
But everybody, there was always somebody there guard,
Right.
sitting Shiva with them.
Which still is, yeah.
Because I know that my house in South Tremont, there's an article that one of the kids died of consumption, and they had her viewing right there in the foyer.
By your house?
At my house.
At your
there.
house?
At my house, yes. No,
Wow.
she doesn't visit. Somebody else does. Just so
You have a visitor?
Yeah, there's a guy.
Oh, how do you know? Never mind. How do you know it's a guy?
He looks like a guy.
Ooh.
I haven't seen him in years.
Yeah.
So-
anyway.
I think he's okay now.
All right.
Anyway.
I just think my favorite thing of doing this is just, a couple things is learning more about Kewanee history, more than I ever knew. Like, I thought I knew a lot, and it's a lot more.
Yeah.
And I think our little crazy road trips to gather information, to thicken our files, so that we can present things to the general public that want to watch. And just sometimes seeing your face over there when we say something funny.
Yeah, right.
I would say this is good. I think this has been a good short. So, folks, remember to subscribe and watch some more of our episodes on Kewanee Memory Lane. You can watch us on Facebook. You can also watch us on YouTube. Don't forget, what's our email address, folks?
KewaneeMemoryLane@gmail.com.
Yeah, we've been having fun making these episodes. We hope you're having fun watching us too. If you need anything, or I shouldn't say need anything, if you have information or, something we want to do for a future episode or something you want to see, please write to us or comment. So thanks a lot. We'll see you at the museum.
Thank you.
See you later.
Thanks for cruising with us today. We hope you enjoyed the show and you'll join us for our next cruise down Kewanee Memory Lane.